Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 67 plate Peugeot Boxer Professional. This is the 2-litre HDI with 130 brake horsepower and 6-speed manual gearbox. Euro 6 Maxi-Mover Low-Loader Luton van. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec on this particular vehicle. We'll also have a look at the condition and service history, seeing as it is currently available for sale. Starting here at the rear of the vehicle, there's basically two ways that Luton vans get spec'd at the back. One is with rear barn doors like this, two doors which open, and the other one is with a roller shutter. I can open these rear doors for you. If we basically, you'll see on the handle here, push on that, the handle pulls, and then you can open the door right out all the way around, and then you have this little T-bar just here, and that then clips in just down there, so you can open the door right out there to its 270-degree position, and you can do exactly the same with both doors. And this is the beauty of the Maxi-Mover, and that is the size that you have got in here, and also the fantastically low position at the back there. So it's very, very simple just to step straight into the back without having this this really high step up or having to have a tail lift or anything like that, which is fantastic. I put this tape down here just to give you an idea of the size in the back here. So you can see up to this point here, 4.3 meters or over 14 foot in length. You've got a fantastic height as well, which I will be sure to put in the advert because I'm standing in the back of here. I'm 6 foot tall, got my arm straight up in the air, and I cannot reach the roof in here. So you've got a really, really good height in the back of here. In terms of condition, this has been owned by a furniture company, as a lot of these sorts of vehicles are, so no real heavy work going on in the back of here, and you've got plenty of these tie down points all down the side of the vehicle, and you've got these nice boards here which stop from any sort of extra damage onto the fiberglass. You've then got some good storage there above the cab as well, and there's also an LED light up there which you can turn off and on using the switch back here. Moving then out of the vehicle, you can also see how low it is you can see the boxes on the wheel arches there. One other neat feature with this is that the back of the vehicle here has got air suspension. So if you were really going to be loading the back of this up and you were going to be in and out of the back for an hour or so, just to make life a bit easier, you can actually lower the back of this down even from here. So this is in a mid, it's sort of middle setting at the moment, but you can lower it from here using a control on the dashboard, which I will show you soon, and as I say, get that even lower to the ground. If we shut the rear barn doors, I can then talk to you a bit about the condition here at the back, and then simply to close it, you push it into the middle position there, and then when you start to push the handle in, you'll feel the door sort of pull itself into place. Give it a good firm push, and that is nicely shut. So these rear doors appear to be aluminium, whereas the sides of the vehicle are in fiberglass. Because of that, of course, they are painted, and you have got quite a few of these little chips and things around the rear doors. This is just going to be from people opening the doors and things like that. And to note, there is a little mark just here. But otherwise, it's all looking really, really good condition throughout. As I say, of course, you are going to get marks on any used vehicle, of course. And considering that, as I say, the size of this vehicle, that is looking exceptionally clean and straight down the side of it. It's so often to see big gouges across the top of these sorts of vehicles, or these aluminium trims down here all buckled and things, but this is looking really, really clean and straight looking down the side. Of course, you could put big sign writing and things on there. There is, just a note, if you can just see there in the camera, there is a very, very slight sort of tint, almost like a shadow mark of where the previous sign writing has been, but it is very, very slight. It's not, it really doesn't stand out to you, certainly stood here in the flesh, and hopefully the camera conveys that as well, but there is a very, very slight shadow mark there. If we move then towards the cab, we can open up the passenger door here of the cab, and we can start to have a look at the condition and spec that you get inside here. Door card, all looking very, very nice. No, nothing to note there. Floor, again, it's all looking in really good order. Same with the step just there. And this is the service history for the vehicle which we have here currently. So, last serviced in November 2020 at 60,000 miles. And previous to that, we've got two services prior to that. The first one was in June 19, and then the next one was in near the start of 2020, February 20 at 41,000 miles. So really nice to see a good service history all stamped in the service book. In terms of spec, we've got this nice fold-down work tray, somewhere to store some paperwork, and a couple of little cup holders just there as well. And that, of course, folds away very nicely. There's a bit of extra storage up here on top of the dashboard as well. Glove box, and then I'll show you a bit more when we go around to the driver's side. Fuel cap located just there. And then looking at the front of the vehicle, again, all looking in really, really good order. All the bodywork is looking really nice and straight. Again, just having a look down the side here, using any reflections available. It's all looking really nice. There's nothing that I can see here particularly to note. All the plastics at the front are looking nice on the bumper. A couple of very minor stone chips to the bonnet, of course, as to be expected with any used vehicle. The body here over the top of the cab, again, all looking in really nice order. And then looking down the driver's side, very much the same story here as well. Again, I'm trying to point out anything here that I can see, but it's all looking really, really nice. Again, you have got these very slight sort of shadow marks there, but that may be being quite critical. And as I say, I'd imagine a lot of people will be putting sign writing over the top of this. Very slight little ripple just there, possibly. I can't even actually feel that, but I could feel like I could just see something there. But all in all, looking really, really smart and presentable. Exceptionally rare, these. Can't remember the last time we owned one of these, but it has been quite some time. If we open up the driver's door, we can then have a look at the spec inside here. Step is all in good condition. The floor, if I move this mat out the way, you can see the floor there. It's not holed or anything like that. It's all in really good order as well. Looking at the driver's seat, there's no rips, tears, cigarette burns, anything like that in the driver's seat. It's all looking very, very nice. Plenty of adjustability here, height adjustability. One thing to note on Peugeot Boxers, handbrake is on the right hand side, something which will take a bit of getting used to. Electric windows, electric mirrors. You can see that we do have two keys for the vehicle. One is the full remote, the other is a non-remote spare, and then these are some additional keys then to lock the rear of the vehicle. The vehicle is running at the moment, not sure if you can hear that. You can see there it's all idling correctly, and we've got the mileage there, 68,363 miles. As I say, it's all idling correctly. There's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. Always nice to see. Multifunctioning steering wheel. You can control the phone on here. You can answer and hang up calls. And on the left hand side, you've got the volume controls for the radio. If you move the steering wheel over to the left hand side, you've got a cruise control stalk just there. Very, very nice to do. As I say, these vehicles are going to be doing mostly motorway miles, so that's very, very nice to see. 6-speed manual gearbox, as I mentioned at the start of the video. If we look just down here, if I can get the camera down here, we have actually got up here a AUX and USB port there, and a couple of cup holders down below as well. Air conditioning comes as standard on the professional model, which of course very, very nice to have. DAB radio just there, and if we click on the nav button, you can see you've got inbuilt satellite navigation as well. Up on top of the dashboard, if you give this a little pull on here, you've got, I'm setting the windscreen wipers off there with my chest. That's not very good. Little not cup holder, clipboard up on top of there. Remain professional. And as we keep going around, I say, lovely spec on the Boxer Professional. And these are the air suspension controls which I mentioned here on the dashboard. So as I say, you can set that, and as you can see, as I keep pressing that, there are different levels there. So suspension level -3, So the vehicle is actually dropping now, and you can see just how low that drops there. You can see how the wheel is in the arch. And then if I put it to the opposite end of the scale, so if I put it into +3, and then we can watch as the suspension raises there, and you can actually hear it going up and see it going up, and there you can see the suspension raising. So really versatile vehicle. I say fantastically useful if you're going to be transferring, or transporting should I say, lots of furniture, beds, mattresses, that type of thing. Absolutely perfect for that. So just to summarize, Peugeot Boxer Professional. This has got the 2-litre HDI engine, which will be Euro 6. You can take this into the ultra-low emission zone areas, such as central London. It is a Maxi-Mover low-loader Luton with, as I mentioned, the rear air suspension. Spec on the Professional, you get air conditioning, satellite navigation, cruise control, so some really nice spec on there, and of course Bluetooth phone prep as well, with a lovely service history which I showed you with 3 stamps in the service book. Very nice vehicle, very straight and clean. As I say, a couple of little stone chips and things, or little marks on the rear doors. We'll try and be as transparent as we can when I'm showing you these vehicles, but a very rare opportunity. You won't find many of these around in this sort of condition with this service history and this specification. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance on all of our vehicles, starting as low as 7.9% APR. And we can also take cars or vans in part exchange. So anything you have, doesn't matter how old it is, how many miles are on it, we will give you a good, fair value accordingly. Thank you very much for watching.